And Super Bowls have also been decided by furious front fours, by linebackers toothless, bug-eyed, and revolutionary, by secondaries that smother and obliterate. Back and forth wind the cycles of football dominance. And now today in this game of fearless finality, the story is the same. It's a tale of two coaches who prize the very same thing. Two creators who love first their destroyers. It's a tale of Patriots and Panthers who are playing in this super spectacle by virtue of the rule of law and a rookie quickly come of age. It's a story of insufficient celebrity, but a surplus of substance. One team symbolized by a steady quarterback of disarming proven poise, the other the very reflection of a never-say-never Cajun come from nowhere. It's a collision between twins who like their football the very same way, cerebral and fierce, smart and smash-mouth. Today, America unites for this irresistible epic where each and every second can become an everlasting moment. Today, they play like there's no tomorrow.
Welcome to the Ford Super Bowl Kickoff Show.
Fittingly, the final game of the season is the most anticipated and the most celebrated. And outside, the fans tailgate one last time. This is Reliant Stadium in Houston. Not yet 2 years old, she has 2 NFL seasons under her belt, and tonight sets the stage for a worldwide audience. For all the marbles, Super Bowl 38, the Carolina Panthers and the New England Patriots. Hi, everyone. I'm Greg Gumbel along with Phil Simms. Welcome to Houston. Welcome to the Super Bowl. The New England Patriots arrive here tonight, the winningest team in the National Football League over the past season. And, Phil, they absolutely epitomize the word team.
Well, they do that, Greg. And when you look at this New England Patriots team, you got to talk about the defense. And when you talk about the defense, one guy comes to mind. That is Ty Law. Now, one cliche I hate, he's a big game player, but it really applies when you talked about Ty Law. He makes the big interceptions, and if you're playing for the Carolina Panthers, you are always going to keep your eyes on number 24.
Well, Tom Brady, the quarterback of the Patriots, was here and won 2 years ago, but he's a different quarterback this time around. He is in complete charge. This is his team.
Well, there's no question about it. He's matured a lot physically in those 2 years, and of course, mentally, he has gotten a lot better. But when you look at Tom Brady, I think this says it all. If Bill Belichick is in a tight game in the fourth quarter, he is going to put the footballs in the hand of Tom Brady and say, go out there and win a Super Bowl for me.
Now, 2 seasons ago, the Carolina Panthers were a threat to absolutely no one, going 1-15. But they finished strong in a 7-9 season last year, and they arrive here tonight absolutely the picture that Coach John Fox had when he arrived in Carolina.
Well, that's right, Greg, they do. And when you look at the Carolina Panthers, what scares the New England Patriots, they say, hey, they look just like us 2 years ago. But on defense, it's about Dan Morgan, the middle linebacker. When he's in there, this defense plays exceptionally well. He flies around the field and makes a lot of plays.
And this is just career start number 21 for Carolina quarterback Jake Delhomme. Not bad for a guy who wasn't even drafted when he came out of school in 1997.
What an outstanding first season for Jake Delhomme. He's kind of the opposite of Tom Brady. He's fiery, he's emotional. He brings that lift to this Carolina football team. And if you want to know if he can play under pressure, well, the Carolina Panthers won 4 games in overtime. I think he knows how to play under pressure.
Winning streaks are all over the place, but all that matters is what happens here tonight. We'll have more of the Ford Super Bowl Kickoff Show from Houston after this.
Now on America Online, cast your vote for today's Super Bowl MVP only on SuperBowl.com.
CBS is giving you something to cheer about. Super Monday. Kick off your week with brand new episodes of TV's most watched comedy lineup.
She bets the kids that I'll do stupid stuff.
Are the betting windows still open?
Everyone's a winner tomorrow on CBS Super Monday, sponsored by Ford. And later, catch Dave's Super Bowl wrap-up.
Super Bowl kickoff show is presented by the Ford GT. This is the one.
As we welcome you back to Houston, Phil, you know the feeling. What's it like to be a player in that tunnel waiting to come out to play the Super Bowl?
Greg, this is the most emotional part of the football game for both teams. Standing in the tunnel, waiting to be introduced. Everything you dreamed of is right out there on that field in front of you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Carolina Panthers 2003-2004 NFL season highlights.
1, 2, 3, Super Bowl!
It was only 2 years ago.
1 in 15.
Wow!
How do you get here?
Hard work. This is incredible! Dedication. Overtime victory.
Perseverance.
Panthers have it.
Punishing defense.
An unknown quarterback.
And now, look where we are. This right here is what we're playing for.
Do you know who we are?
You're about to find out.
Touchdown!
We are
The Carolina Panthers.
And now, please welcome the NFC champion Carolina Panthers. The field, Bonnie Bernstein is with Panthers defensive end Mike Rucker.
Greg, thank you very much. Mike, your defensive line's considered the best in the league, but Tom Brady hasn't seen a lot of pressure in the playoffs. What's the key to changing that?
Well, they're clicking on all cylinders right now. Their offense is about timing. As a defensive line, we've got to get our hands up and come out of the stack.
Mike, thanks a lot. Greg?
And now, a flashback to the New England Patriots 2003-2004 NFL season highlights.
2 years ago, world champion.
Kick is on the way.
On top of the world. How do you get back here?
consistency, commitment,
home field advantage.
No stars, just one team.
And 3 words.
defense,
Defense.
defense.
We are the New England Patriots.
The Patriots are heading back to the Super Bowl.
We're back.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the AFC champion New England Patriots. Is with Patriots wide receiver Troy Brown.
Thank you, Greg. Troy, 16-2 overall, 14 straight. What's it going to take to make it a very big 15 in a row?
It's going to take our best effort. We got to come out here and play hard and play physical. This is a very good football team we're playing. Hey, come out here and make mistakes. Don't turn the ball over. And put some points on the board.
Troy, what was it like in the locker room before you blew out here on the field?
It was calm. It was calm. Everybody was calm. We were collected, you know, getting ready to come out here and play this game, and we could feel the energy generating, you know, between the players. And we just held hands and said the Lord's Prayer and came out here and get ready for some actions.
All right, Greg.
Armin, thank you. Phil, This game is a little bit different from the regular season in that the coaches have to manage the players as far as the time goes and as far in the game.
Yeah, Greg, there's so much built-in time to stand around and watch all the activities that are going on. And I'll just say this. If Troy Brown was calm, I want to see the rest of the players because you know the excitement is there, the adrenaline, and you're going to see it in the players, especially early in the game.
The Panthers and the Patriots are on the field. Super Bowl 38 right around the corner. Back to Reliant Stadium in just a moment.
Just men and women serving in the U.S. Armed Forces in the Mideast. But the fight for freedom is not without loss. And the NFL urges you to join us and the Intrepid Fallen Heroes Fund in supporting the military families of those heroes who have sacrificed their lives in the service of our country. Please visit NFL.com/heroesfund and help support those families in need.
After the biggest game of the year, we have a little surprise for you. Survivor All-Stars premieres.
I've been waiting for this.
Your favorite survivors return.
This is going to be great.
For the ultimate showdown.
It's go time.
Survivor All-Stars premieres tonight, right after the Super Bowl, only on CBS.
See why CBS Thursday is the best night of television. A chilling murder.
Bangs.
Leads to a bloodthirsty killer.
Evidence of vampires. For you.
A new CSI. Then a bounty hunter goes missing. Now this agent not only has to find her, but prove her innocence.
Do you think your daughter is involved in any criminal activity?
Without a trace after CSI Thursday.
The Ford Super Bowl Kickoff Show is presented by the Ford GT, the pace car for the entire company. 50 First Dates, starring Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore in theaters February 13th. And by Cialis. Ask your doctor if a free sample of Cialis is right for you.
Today is the one-year anniversary of the loss of the Space Shuttle Columbia crew, a tragedy that left a deep and lasting impact on our nation. As we celebrate the spirit of competition this evening, we remember the men and women who sacrificed so much. We also reflect on the vision and courage of NASA as it continues to lead our journey of discovery. And we are honored to introduce the members of the next Space Shuttle mission, STS-114. Please now welcome multiple platinum recording artist Josh Groban, who will perform his new release, You Raise Me Up, in tribute to the crew of the Columbia.
When I am down and oh my soul so weary, when troubles come and my heart burden be, then I am still and wait here in the silence until you come and sit a while with me. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas. I am strong when I am on your shoulders. You raise me up to more than I can be. You raise me up so I can stand on mountains. You raise me up to walk on stormy seas.
To honor America, please rise for our national anthem. With us this evening is the Vice Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, General Peter Pace. He is representing sailors, soldiers, airmen, Marines, and Coast Guardsmen serving our nation with pride around the world. To our military services, we say thank you for your dedication and professionalism in protecting America's freedom. And now, ladies and gentlemen, multiple Grammy Award winner and Houston native, Beyonce Knowles.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Check one, check one, check one, check one.
Welcome back to Reliant Stadium as we get set for the coin toss. We saw the faces on some of the players, and Phil, it must be agony to come out and build up and slow down and build up and slow down.
Well, that's what it's all about, Greg. This game is different for the players. We talked to both coaches about it, and they said the same thing. They have preached to their team. They've explained to them exactly what's going to go on, and I think Bill Belichick said it best when he says, I tell my players to go out and warm up, but don't do it very hard. Let's save a lot of energy.
One of the things that Bill Belichick also says, and certainly the Patriots having been in this game 2 seasons ago, is that the experience probably helps more than any other direction. The fact that the people who've been through this before are able to deal with what might normally be considered distraction.
Yeah, all the distractions, they're used to it. You're right. That's where the experience comes in. But there's so much information out there now. There's so much to know. All these coaches talk to each other. So John Fox, hey, this is not nothing he was ready for. He knew it was coming, and his team has handled it, I think, watching them very well during the warm-ups.
Well, John Fox, for a newcomer to this game in the head coaching position, has come in as confident as any coach you can possibly imagine.
Hey, you know what? Look at him. John Fox, it's not about the fight, it's the action. Let's go. He just wants some action. That's the way his team is. That is why they're in the Super Bowl. They're tough, and they like to just get after it.
As we get the captains in place on field, any particular advantage to getting the ball first? Probably only if you score.
Well, I don't know. It's as a quarterback on the side, I always used to go, well, go ahead, let the defense have it first. Let me get a feel for the game before I have to run out there.
Standing at midfield are the Panthers captains. Brenson Buckner, Carl Hankton, Muhsin Muhammad, Rodney Peete, Mike Rucker, and honorary captains Mark Fields and Sam Mills. Representing the Patriots are captains Tom Brady, Troy Brown, Teddy Bruschi, Rodney Harrison, Larry Izzo, Richard Seymour, and Ted Johnson. Joining us for the coin toss are 6 of the 24 native Texans who are members of the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Please welcome Earl Campbell, Ollie Matson, Don Maynard, Mike Singletary, Gene Upshaw, and Y.A. Tittle. The referee for today's game is Ed Hockley. And to toss the coin, Y.A. Tittle.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. Please come forward. Congratulations and welcome to Super Bowl 38. Carolina has been designated the visiting team today, so they will call the toss. This is tails, this is heads. Tails, heads. Heads and tails. Will you call the toss?
Tails.
The call is tails. Mr. Tittle, will you do us the honor of tossing the coin, please? The call is tails. The call is tails. It is tails. Carolina has won the toss. You wish to receive. Which direction? Just the way you're set. Carolina has won the toss and will receive. Good luck, gentlemen.
The Carolina Panthers will have their hands on the football first. The kickoff to Super Bowl 38 is next. The teams are on the field. The Carolina Panthers are set to receive. Adam Vinatieri will kick it away for the New England Patriots. And on the receiving end, the deep man for the Panthers is number 32, Rod Smart. Averaging 23 yards a return during the regular season. He's stretching that to 26.5 in the postseason. He has a 100-yard return to his credit on a kickoff this year. The fans are ready. The teams are ready. Phil Simms, you're ready?
I am ready.
Here we go. This is Smart from the 5. Tripped up at the 20, falls forward to about the 23-yard line or so. Matt Chatham with the tackle after the 18-yard return. There is some question as to who has the football, or a little pushing and shoving on the field, but that's quickly broken up.
That's quickly broken up, and Ed Hockley, we talked to him yesterday. They want to make sure that players break them up quick. We don't want to see flags that are unnecessary. So let
Jake Delhomme. Only Kurt Warner, the other undrafted quarterback to start in a Super Bowl. And what a long trip it's been for Jake Delhomme. Stephen Davis, Brad Hoover in the backfield. The pitch for Davis to about the 24-yard line, and Mike Vrabel racks him up there. Let's take a look at the Carolina Panthers starting offense.
Jake Delhomme.
Todd Stussy. Geno James.
Jeff Mitchell. Kevin Donnelly.
Jordan Gross.
Stephen Davis.
Brad Hoover.
Steve Smith.
Hussein Muhammad.
Chris Mangum.
A 1-yard pickup on the run by Stephen Davis, 2nd and 9. Again, Davis busts his way out to the 29-yard line. And now a look at the starters on defense for the New England Patriots.
Bobby Hamilton. Ted Washington.
Richard Seymour. Willie McGinnis.
Teddy Bruschi.
Roman Pfeiffer.
Mike Vrabel.
Ty Law.
Eugene Wilson.
Rodney Harrison.
Tyrone Poole.
Pick up a 5 on that last play. It's 3rd and 4, and we've gotten an early indication as to what the Carolina Panthers want to do. They like to run the football first and foremost. But DeLome will throw it here. Has time. On the move. Throws to the sideline, and it's incomplete, overthrowing his intended receiver, Steve Smith, and that will bring on the punting unit for Carolina.
Well, Carolina got what they wanted on 3rd down. 3rd and short. They go with the 5 wide receivers. Jake Delhomme gets tremendous protection, but what we saw a couple weeks ago by the New England Patriots, they jammed them all at the line of scrimmage. Nowhere for Jake Delhomme to throw the football.
Kicking for Carolina is their Pro Bowl punter Todd Sauerbrunn, and Troy Brown is deep. Wobbles, and from the 26, it's Brown. 40. Midfield, and dragged down from behind, but not before he takes the football into Carolina territory. Carl Hankton made the stop. 45-yard kick, a 28-yard return. New England goes on offense. A look at their starting offensive line.
Tom Brady.
Matt Light. Russ Hochstein.
Dan Copen. Joe Andruzzi.
Tom Ashworth.
Antoine Smith.
Larry Centers.
Deion Branch. Troy Brown.
Christian Fourier.
Prime field position. First series.
I'm sorry, Greg. New England likes to start fast, so it wouldn't surprise me to see do play action and try to go down the field.
Straight drop, pass over the middle, and that's complete inside the 35 to the 31. Deion Branch with the catch and a first down.
And it was just a guess by me. We were at practice the other day, and they did exactly this play. Play action up inside. Tom Brady under pressure throws a terrific pass to Deion Branch over the middle.
Deion Branch with 3 touchdown catches on the year, a 16-yard pickup and a first down at the Carolina 31. Brady, this time the handoff straight ahead, Kevin Falk. And Falk inside the 30 to the 26-yard line, and a check now of the starters on defense for Carolina.
Julius Peppers.
Brinson Buckner.
Christopher Jenkins.
Mike Rucker.
Greg Favor.
Dan Morgan. Will Witherspoon.
Ricky Manning Jr. Deion Grant.
Mike Minter. Reggie Howard.
2nd and 5 now for Brady and the Patriots. Play fake. Brady, quick pass, and that's complete. Inside the 20, inside the 15-yard line is Troy Brown, and another New England first down.
Well, Greg, when you see the New England Patriots line up and then all 3 of them get together, which they did that time, why they do it, so the Carolina Panthers can't come up there and beat up the wide receivers, give them some space, and that's why Troy Brown goes down the field. Nobody sees him, nobody covers him, and gets the catch for the first down.
From the 14. Brady throws it away. Dan Morgan applying pressure, and that's exactly what the Carolina Panthers want to do. They want to get to Tom Brady and knock him around a little bit.
And you know what? It looks like they can do it. The first play action pass he threw of the game, it was a really tremendous play. Troy Brown on the sideline looks like his nose is bleeding. But Tom Brady, the passes, the defensive line is getting in the backfield. They are getting around him, and it's a major concern.
On the play, the ball went over a receiver's head. By rule, that is not intentional grounding.
So the discussion makes it an incomplete pass, and it's 2nd and 10. And we've seen in the postseason thus far the Carolina Panthers go out and do just that. They rough up the opposing quarterback.
4 big, Mike Turkovac, the defensive coordinator, 4 big, good pass rushers on the defensive line for the Carolina Panthers.
Flags fly before the snap of the ball.
And what do?
False start. Offense number 12. Head bob. 5-yard penalty. It's still 2nd down.
Well, there's something that could set the tone early on in this game.
I was getting ready to commend Tom Brady. What a job. When you're going against good pass rushers as a quarterback, draw them off sides early, get them where they go. Okay, we better be careful. We don't want to jump off sides. So Ed Hockley must have been warned that Tom Brady bobs his head by the Carolina Panthers, and it cost him 5 yards.
This New England offense has had problems in the red zone, as you can see. 0 for their last 6 visits. It's now 2nd and 15. Brady to the end zone, incomplete. Dedrick Ward, the intended receiver. It'll be 3rd and 15.
One of the reasons why I think you're not going to see this New England Patriots team spread out and leave nobody in the backfield. Watch the pass rush by the Carolina Panthers. It is just overpowering. Julius Peppers. So the New England Patriots know this. They want to keep somebody in the backfield to help that offensive line out. And so far, 3 times, Tom Brady under pressure when he's trying to throw the football.
Once again, Antoine Smith and Larry Centers in the backfield on 3rd and long. This is Smith. Grabbed as he hit the 20, falls forward to the 18. Will Witherspoon with the tackle. And onto the field will come Vinatieri in the field goal unit.
Well, it might lead to points, but as you see Troy Brown on the sideline trying to get that nosebleed stop, but a victory for the Carolina Panthers. They give up the bad special teams play on the punt return. They give up the first play of the game. They hold here, and they give them a long field goal chance.
This will be a 36-yard attempt. And we get a flag.
Delay of game by the defense, number 71, simulated the start of a snap. It's a 5-yard penalty. It's still 4th down.
So that will move it up now to about a 31-yard field goal attempt. Matt Willig was the guilty party.
Couple things he could have been doing, Greg. Faking with the hand movement real quick like the snap was coming, or calling out signals, which is illegal too by a defensive man.
So Vinatieri from 31 yards. Kick on the way, and he pushed it to the right. Adam Vinatieri with the Super Bowl game-winning kick 2 years ago missed what many would feel is a chip shot. An attempt to get on the board early falls short for New England.
Hey, nice dog. Yeah, this is Piper. You're a bred border collie. Watch this. Piper, fetch.
Head dog.
Fresh, smooth, real, Bud Light. It's all here.
Jenkins, got a minute? Listen, Jenkins, we're on to you. We know you're an alien. Admit it. You're just here studying our species.
Why don't we use FedEx?
That's all you ever say. We're not buying it. Come on, it's so obvious.
Why don't we use FedEx?
The jig is up. It's over.
Jenkins, we got a ton of packages to ship, but we're in serious trouble. And that is...
Why don't we use FedEx?
Good thinking, Jenkins. You two back to work.
FedEx. It's all you need to know.
Hey, Frank, what's with the monkey on your back?
I'm trying to find a family car that's cool.
The all-new Dodge Magnum. Yeah, it's got a Hemi.
Britney Spears, Madonna, Janet Jackson, Outkast, and all-star tribute to the Beatles. Once-in-a-lifetime performances. The Grammys live, CBS next Sunday. Stay tuned for the supercharged AOL Top Speed Halftime Extravaganza.
See you at halftime.
Millions of people are playing fantasy sports. Join the experience of the best fantasy sports on CBS Sportsline. Get started today by clicking on fantasy at cbssportsline.com. For the first time in their last 6 games, the Patriots do not score a touchdown on their opening drive. And Adam Vinatieri is the one who pushed the 31-yard field goal attempt wide. Stephen Davis, the lone back behind Delhomme, who calls the signals, and here's Davis. Running right into the heart of that 3-4 defense, and that means somewhere under there is Big Ted Washington.
Yes, Big Ted Washington, Mount Washington, whatever you want to call him. He is immovable, and both teams know that they're not going to, that Carolina's not going to have tremendous success up inside. They're going to go outside as they try to run the football. The Carolina Panthers on offense, it's running the football off tackle with power, and when they throw it with play action passes, they want to go down the field and get big plays.
The second time today, Davis has run for just 1 yard. Delhomme with time, throwing over the middle, and that's incomplete. Pass intended for Muhsin Muhammad. It'll be 3rd and 9.
And you know, you look at this New England defense, and so much is talked about how confusing they are. Romeo Crennel, the defensive coordinator, they do so much. It's so hard for a quarterback. I don't think they're going to do a lot here today, really, because the Carolina Panthers and Dan Henning, the offensive coordinator, they are going to protect the quarterback. So why take extra defenders and rush the quarterback when they're going to have guys sitting there waiting to block you?
Once again, Davis, the lone back. Delhomme under pressure and goes down at the 14-yard line. Mike Vrabel, the Patriots sack leader during the regular season, with 9.5 of them, rings one up here.
Well, they come with a little pressure. Mike Vrabel is a linebacker slash defensive end. There were wide receivers open down the field, but when the quarterback does not have time, he is not going to find the open receivers. Boy, just good pressure. Vrabel starts outside, comes inside. Too fast for the Carolina offensive line.
Bloody nose or no bloody nose, Troy Brown is back in and deep for New England. Solomon. Brown at the 36. Still on his feet, dancing, trying to find the outside, turns the corner and gets outfield to about the 50-yard line, and a flag comes flying in. 50-yard kick and a 13-yard return as it stands now, and here's Ed Hockley.
During the return, holding by the receiving team, number 35. It's a 10-yard penalty enforced from the spot of the foul. New England keeps the ball, 1st down.
Patrick Pass, number 35, is the guilty party in the hold. And with that, we take a break. 9:12 to play in the opening quarter. Scoreless Super Bowl so far.
You got ID? Okay.
Nothing goes better with leftovers than some ice-cold Pepsi. It's the Cola.
First there was 1 blade, then 2, then 3. But 4 blades? Give me a break, right? Wrong. Schick Quattro has 4 blades and 2 conditioning strips, so you get an incredibly close, smooth shave. Schick Quattro, the power of 4.
All we knew about the AOL top speed technology is that it was supposed to make things go fast.
What do you think, Mike? Looks good.
Don't forget when he hits that ramp, it's going to be... I tried to tell Paulie that it wasn't a good idea, but as usual, it never matters.
All right,
Action!
Turns out AOL top speed technology is for the internet.
That would have been good to know beforehand.
Supercharge your internet. Get AOL 9.0 with top speed technology. Go to AOL.com.
Super Bowl 38 on CBS Sports is sponsored by Bud Light. Fresh, smooth, real. It's all here. Pepsi. It's the cola. And by Universal Pictures Van Helsing in theaters May 7th.
Hey, tonight after the Super Bowl, they're the best of the best, and, you know, they're also some of the more annoying ones, too. 18 former survivors compete in the Ultimate Showdown. Don't miss the premiere of Survivor All-Stars tonight after the game.
Don't just say it. Name it. Which ones are annoying? Don't throw a statement out there. Just name them.
It's called a tease, Phil. From the 37.5-yard line, Brady goes to work. As time throws over the middle, it is popped up into the air and incomplete. Deion Grant came awfully close to picking it off and setting the Panthers up in New England territory if he hadn't taken it all the way.
I think Deion Grant has this football. You become a really, really good defensive back in the National Football League when your defensive front can pressure the quarterback. So the quarterback is off balance when he throws it, and he doesn't have as long to make that decision. Deion Grant read Tom Brady, just missed the interception.
2nd and 10. One man deep in the Carolina secondary. Here's Antoine Smith trying the left side and not much there. Maybe to the 40-yard line and not much further. The status of Troy Brown. Let's check in with Armin Katayan. Armin.
Greg, Troy's running back on the field. As you said, he took a blow to the face. He was bleeding profusely from the nose area. The doctors actually stuffed some cotton swabs up into his nostrils. He lost a lot of blood, but he's back in the game. And back to you.
I can see why it would bleed when somebody puts their knee on your face.
Brady looking at 3rd and 8. The two teams so far are combined 0 for 3 on 3rd down this evening. And now Brady backs off.
I'm sorry, Greg, he's changing protection and the play.
From the shotgun. Quick toss over the middle, hits his man across the 40, forward to the 45 is Deion Branch, but that will be about 3 yards shy of a first down.
You know, a lot of stuff goes on. Tom Brady told us the other day, this is the most complicated defense I have played against since I've been in the league, and that play illustrated. Instead of 4 rushers, they put 3. Brady had to tell everybody, alert them, change the play, change the protection, and Carolina still comes up with the stop.
Ken Walter to kick it away. Steve Smith, number 89, is deep for Carolina. Not a very good kick. Smith says leave it alone. It takes a New England bounce inside the 20, inside the 15, and when all is said and done, the Patriots are going to like this one. Rolls to a stop just short of the 10-yard line. 44-yard punt, no return. And we'll be back.
My life, my job, my curse is to vanquish evil.
His name is Van Helsing.
Some say you're a holy man. Others say you're a murderer. Which is it?
It's a bit of both.
He has come to a forbidden land to battle enemies that are legend.
Oh my God.
This summer, evil has one name to fear. Hugh Jackman is Van Helsing.
I'm here for my massage. These big muscles need some tenderizing.
Okay, cutie, room 5.
Bud Light.
You're here for the body treatment?
Oh yeah, my body, your treatment.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Fresh, smooth, real Bud Light.
Is there a breeze in here?
It's all here.
It's the survivor you've been waiting for. Survivor All-Stars.
18 former castaways return to play the ultimate game.
After the Super Bowl, the best castaways of all time will kick off the ultimate Survivor Showdown.
All these different styles of play are going to come together.
The adventure begins tonight, right after the Super Bowl.
This is off to an interesting start.
Next Sunday, don't miss the Grammys live with Britney Spears and Madonna and Janet Jackson, Outkast, an all-star tribute to the Beatles, and much, much more. The Grammys here on CBS, America's most watched network. So Jake Delhomme will take over with the Carolina offense from their own 11-yard line. Jake Delhomme, who not so long ago was a backup quarterback for Amsterdam in the World Football League.
Yeah, but don't now. Who was the starter? Kurt Warner.
Straight ahead, Stephen Davis. And Davis out to about the 13.
You know, it's interesting. Here you go. You got the Super Bowl. You got a quarterback, Jake Delhomme, first-year starter. So I talked to Dan Henning, the offensive coordinator. I go, all right, Dan, I guess you're worried. You want to get this guy right into the groove of the game. He goes, no, I'm not worried about it. You know, we practice under pressure. I'll just call the plays whenever they come up. We don't script any. They don't know what's going to happen. Jake Delhomme doesn't want to know. He says, just call the plays into me, and I'll run them. So a loose guy when it comes to holding his emotions in check to do the right thing on the field.
Quick pass to the far side of the field. Steve Smith administers a stiff arm and gets knocked out of bounds. He went up against Ty Law.
Well, so far, we're halfway through the first quarter. What do we have? Defense, defense, a lot more of it. And it's hard for quarterbacks to have outstanding games when they go against terrific defenses. And, well, that is some stiff arm against Tyrone Poole.
3rd and 7. Davis sat out the previous play. He's back in. Delhomme spreads the field. Just a 3-man rush. Delhomme can't elude. Now he does get away and throws it out of bounds. Jarvis Green almost had him at the goal line.
Amazing. Jarvis Green has been inactive in some games this year. 2 weeks ago in the AFC Championship game, he gets 3 sacks. Delhomme, they go outside to buy the extra time. And Jordan Gross, I think, is a little confused that Jake Delhomme is right behind him. That allows Jarvis Green to come in and put the pressure on him.
So the Carolina Panthers, 3 possessions, 3 3-and-outs. And Sauerbrunn to kick for the 3rd time. And they run out of time.
Five-yard penalty, still 4th down.
Well, when you got good defenses, there's Scott O'Brien, the special teams coordinator, but when you have good defenses, 5 yards is a big deal. Field position is going to be what this football game is all about. The Patriots moving around. They confuse the Carolina punt team. They take a delay of game.
Troy Brown sets up shop at his own 45-yard line, and his kick is going to be shorter than that. Fair catch, called for. He dropped it and fell on it at the 49-yard line, the 48-yard line of the Carolina Panthers. 39-yard punt. Troy Brown dropped it, covered it. 39-yard kick, no return, but great field position for Brady and company.
This will be the greatest war the world has ever seen. We need the greatest warrior.
They're waiting for me.
I won't ask you to fight my war. You already have. The loser will burn before nightfall.
Before my time is done, I will look down on your corpse and smile.
Troy, a Wolfgang Peterson film. This film is not yet rated. May 14th.
Are taxes and finances getting you down? Get the Willie Nelson Advice Doll.
It's perfect for any advice.
Correctamundo.
Taxes are complicated. Is guessing a good idea?
Willie would.
401k? Well, I thought a bass boat was a better investment, and Willie agreed.
I'm down with it.
Get the right advice. The H&R Block Advantage. Tax advice personalized for your life.
Willie, should I give this kid a shellacking?
Bring it on!
It's the Mighty Mouse of cars. Meet the surprisingly big Chevy Avail.
Now we can roll all day. Now we can roll all day. Ride all night.
It's only little on the outside. Meet the surprisingly big Chevy Avail. The new Chevrolets, an American revolution.
Super Bowl 38 on CBS Sports is sponsored by the new Chevrolets, 10 new cars and trucks in 20 months, an American revolution. And by 50 First Dates, starring Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore, in theaters February 13th.
A reminder coming up, the Monster Super Bowl today halftime report. Jim, Dan, Dion, Boomer have first half analysis. That's coming your way on the Monster Super Bowl today halftime show. 6:02 to play. And for the second time in 3 drives, New England begins in Carolina territory. Patriots have had the field position advantage. Charlie Weiss, the offensive coordinator, looks on as Brady starts first down just inside Panther territory. Antoine Smith running room up the middle inside the 45 to the 42.
You know, I want to go back and show what Tom Brady did on the last drive as he dropped back. We talked about this in the pregame show. The fact that he can move around the pocket, shuffle, buy some extra time, and find receivers down the field. That was not a good play, but I think it illustrates what is one of his tremendous strengths as a quarterback, and he's going to need that movement in the pocket today against his Carolina defense.
On 2nd and 3, quick pass out to the side, and that's Deion Branch. Branch makes a first down inside the 40 to about the 38-yard line. Reggie Howard going one-on-one made the stop out there.
Now that's his play. That was not called in the huddle. That's Tom Brady just seeing that the defensive back is off at Deion Branch. They make eye contact. They throw that pass that way. They usually do that quite a bit. It'll be much harder today because this Carolina defense stays pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
That defense better stay tough too, because on offense the Panthers have managed just 3 total yards so far. This one wraps up just across the line of scrimmage. Big number 77, Chris Jenkins, who has the respect of everyone on the New England football side of the field.
Yeah, you're right. Did we hear enough about Chris Jenkins? Was there enough said by the New England Patriots? Their #1 goal on offense. Who's the first guy we got to stop that's to keep us from winning the game? There he is, number 77, Chris Jenkins. Big, disrupts the running game, and can rush the passer.
On 2nd and 9, Brady throwing outside, has his man complete out of bounds at the 31-yard line is Deion Branch, who is having a terrific game here early on. A pickup of 6, and it'll be 3rd and 3.
Yeah, that's interesting to watch Deion Branch going against number 21, Terry Cousins. And Terry Cousins is the extra defensive back. The Patriots, they have made a living throwing to the extra defensive back. The guy that's not a starter, well, Terry Cousins has been a starter, and he's very good at playing that inside receiver.
3rd and 3 now. Receivers stacked on the left side for Brady, and now Fourier comes in motion. On the reverse, and that one is stuffed in the backfield. Number 54, Will Witherspoon, nails Troy Brown.
There's a reason why this Carolina Panther team is in the Super Bowl. They got excellent talent. They're well coached. They're disciplined. And they got a lot of players, and Will Witherspoon is one, that nobody knows nothing about. All we know is he's got a lot of respect from the coaches. You watch him play, he makes a lot of plays just like that.
That play also eliminated any possibility for a field goal. And Steve Smith is deep for the kick from Ken Walter. Low snap. He took it on the bounce and lofts it up. Fair catch is called for and made at the 7-yard line. Nice scoop by the punter, Ken Walter. Disaster in the making. And he averted it and nailed it inside the 10-yard line. 3:04 to play. First quarter. Ken Walter Shortstop, punter. No score.
This Valentine's Day, remember the little things that made you fall for her. Her gentle ways.
You and I are actually seeing each other.
Her sweet words.
I've never even met you.
And her loving touch.
Pretend you're attacking me so she pulls over.
What do you think you're doing, huh? 50 first dates.
Keep running!
The gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, my eyes!
A very close call. Could have gone either way. It was right on the line.
Well, Ferguson's not too happy with it, I can tell you that much.
He's beating him like a rented mule.
And the ref's just tuning him out.
Boy, where do you train to take a beating like that?
If that wins, that porch gonna get painted, and that litter box! It's been 3 weeks! 3 weeks! And to think I could have married Don Hoffman! And it wouldn't hurt for you to say that you love me once in a while!
I dig you. You dig me. I dig you. You dig me. We dig each other. That's groovy. Oh yeah.
I'm not just some trophy wife.
What contest in hell did I win?
I told you I wanted to go golfing.
Yeah, and I said too bad.
I thought that meant for you.
See why everybody loves Raymond. CBS Monday.
Hey, stay tuned for the AOL Top Speed halftime show starring Janet Jackson. The party continues later with behind-the-scenes action on AOL.com and AccessSuperBowl.com for post-game coverage. Back at Reliance Stadium in Houston, 3:04 to play in the first quarter of Super Bowl 38.
Yeah, look at those possessions. You look at this game right now. You're a quarterback. If you're Jake Delhomme, you got to know what it's about. You take no chances. Don't be concerned that you're not going to be a big part of it. Just be careful with the football.
Delhomme. That one's tipped and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Well, the ground game is a big part of Carolina's offense, but Ted Washington is a big part of the defense here so far.
Well, when we watch Ted Washington in the middle, number 92, when we talk to the New England Patriot coaches about him, will Carolina be able to run the football up the middle? They laugh. They go, what, are you kidding? And as you watch Ted Washington, double team, I know he's big, but this is just, he's not out there just because he's a big guy. He is a good athlete. Good hands, very good feet, throws people around, and he is absolutely immovable.
The pitch to Stephen Davis on 2nd and 10, cuts it back and falls forward across the 10, close to the 11-yard line. Bobby Hamilton and Teddy Bruschi in on the stop.
I tell you what, it's rough out there. Look at this angle from the top. See if you can see, is there any place for Stephen Davis to run the football? The answer is no. No other options. And Stephen Davis, Greg, we talked about him. This is the guy that is about getting tough yards. And about every yard he gains today, it's going to be a tough yard.
He always wants positive yards. He feels if he doesn't get 4 yards every time he touches the ball, he isn't doing his job.
Well, he's going to be disappointed in this game.
3rd and 7. Delhomme looks back this way, lofts it up, and it's incomplete, and there's a penalty marker. Muhsin Muhammad covered by Ty Law. Here's Ed Hockley.
Holding. Defense, number 24. That's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
We talked to Bill Belichick on Thursday evening, and one of the last things he said was, boy, their receivers draw a lot of penalties downfield.
Well, Muhammad is a big, fast receiver, and it doesn't look like a lot of contact that time to me from Ty Law. The Carolina Panthers, they need some help. They got it on that play. But New England, you know, there was a lot of talk about the holding that went on in the championship game between Indianapolis and New England, and I'll talk about it after this play.
On 1st down, the pitch to Davis, right side, and out to the 20-yard line.
And I talked to both coaches about this because they want to know how the game is going to be called too. And if you're a player and you're a professional athlete and you're in a big game, you got to just see what standard the game is going to be called by and deal with it. It's like a baseball player or a baseball pitcher. Find out what the strike zone is. It's established in the first inning, then play. So don't worry, it's not going to change once the game goes along.
The ever-stoic Bill Belichick on the sideline sees Deshaun Foster come into the backfield for Carolina on 2nd and 6. Play fake. DeLome running out of time and throws incomplete.
See, these coaches, they should have come and asked me. I might eat these words later in the game, but I doubt it. The Carolina Panthers like to throw some screens. Greg, we have done many New England Patriot games. You can't fool them. They got all those linebackers. That time it was Roman Pfeiffer, Willie McGinnis, Mike Vrabel. They just understand when a defender or when an offensive player lets you go by too fast, they know something is wrong. They recognize it, and they make the plays.
3rd and 6. Carolina. -8 throwing the football. You figure DeLome will put it up here. Nope, the handoff. Foster. And that goes nowhere. Stacked up at the 22-yard line.
Well, that was a successful drive by the Carolina Panthers. How about that? You're in the Super Bowl. You get a first down, and you got a punt, and you go, that's success.
We're getting better.
They're getting better, and you moved it out a little, and you have a chance to get back in the field position game. I know it's not exciting, but it's kind of fun to watch.
Well, Troy Brown was on the receiving end the first few punts, and now Deion Branch stands at his own 35-yard line. Drifts back to the 30. And is buried at about the 32 or 33-yard line with 35 seconds to play in the first quarter. It has been a little bit like a boxing match where the two fighters are feeling each other out, but they're still hitting pretty hard.
Yeah, there's a lot of body punches being thrown. You're right. No knockouts yet, Greg, and I can't wait to hear the halftime guys talk about it. What are they going to talk about? Watch this form tackle. Watch this. So far, not many exciting plays on offense, but I'll tell you the truth, and we talked about it coming up to the game. Couldn't wait to see some of these physical matchups because we haven't watched the Carolina Panthers that much, and they are very impressive when you see them in person physically.
Last 35 seconds of the first quarter. Smith and centers in the backfield. Brady from his own 32. Play fake to Smith. Brady with time, throws, crossing pattern and ground incomplete.
Tom Brady said to us, he said a lot of positive things. He felt really good about their plan, even against this defense, which gives so many looks. But what did he say? This really I caught. He goes, but I'm curious to see, he says, about some of our physical matchups. He meant, can our wide receivers get open against a really tough man coverage by the corners? So far, they have not.
Brady hands it to Smith. Smith finds a hole across the 40 and is out across to the 41-yard line. That'll be just short of a first down. Mike Minter coming up and making the stop.
Well, the plan is if you're going to run with power, they want to run at number 90, Julius Peppers. He's the small guy on the defensive line at 6'6" and about 280 pounds. Here's number 90. They push him outside. That creates the hole inside, and good tough running by Antoine Smith.
With that, time runs down here in the first quarter. A lot of defense, a lot of punches being traded, but nothing on the scoreboard yet. A missed field goal was the closest we had. Carolina and New England are scoreless, and we're coming back to Reliance Stadium right after this. You're watching the Super Bowl on CBS.
Where's Wallace? Where's Wallace?
Where's Wallace?
Where's Wallace?
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Sierra Mist. Tastes one shockingly refreshing lemon lime.
That's just wrong, Dad.
days. Miracle is the year's first great film.
This is your time.
Miracle, rated PG.
Believe in miracles. Yes!
Starts Friday.
Why do I love football? It's fast, it's action-packed, play after play. Baseball? It's not quite the same. In football, come rain or snow or whatever, we play. We stay in the game. Baseball? It's not quite the same. In football, it's La Vitra. Baseball could use La Vitra. Take the La Vitra challenge like I did. It worked for me.
Take the La Vitra challenge. Talk to your doctor and visit LaVitra.com today to see if a free trial is right for you.
Football, you gotta love it. And you gotta love that!
If you haven't experienced the CSI phenomenon, you're missing TV's most watched show. CSI, CBS Thursday.
A gorgeous facility here in the city of Houston, Reliant Stadium. Phil, we walked in here the other day and we were just in awe. It is just a magnificent stadium.
Tremendous. It deserves to have a Super Bowl here, Craig. It really is outstanding for the fans and the team. And we have a 3rd and short situation, and I've watched Mike Vrabel, a linebacker, running on the field for offense, and Richard Seymour. This might be one big backfield.
Richard Seymour is number 93, and he goes 6'6", 310 pounds. The give is to Smith. He didn't get there. The Panthers stacked that up short of first down yardage.
Boy, Dan Morgan in on the tackle. When you get a big fullback, you got to figure, okay, Richard Seymour's in there for a reason. Let's follow him. The fullback goes to the right. The defense goes to the right. Here comes the run that way, and there is nowhere to run the football. And Tom Brady having a tough time with the handoff.
Carolina defense has now rung up 13 consecutive 3rd down stops. Walters kick. Not very good. Bounces, and this time takes a Carolina bounce and rolls back across the 35 to the 37-yard line. That is a 22-yard punt. John Fox's team with a little better field position. Look at that.
Since I was born, I dreamed of being a Budweiser Clydesdale. Only problem is, I was born a donkey. So all my life, I practiced the Clydesdale walk and the Clydesdale pull. I even tried hair extensions on my lower legs. And then came my big interview. They looked me in the eye and said, "What makes you think you can be a Clydesdale, son?" And what was my answer? I must have said something right.
Unforgettable events in history becomes the
all-new Late Show. Don't miss Dave's Super Bowl wrap-up. And later this month, catch Drew Barrymore, Adam Sandler, Ray Romano, and Dr. Phil. Dave's all-new all this month on CBS, America's most watched network. A poor punt by Ken Walter has given Carolina the best field position they've had all night, not just starting, but just anywhere on the field. Teddy Bruschi starting this series on the sideline. Ted Johnson has replaced him on the field, and Jake Delhomme goes to work from his own 37. Gonna look and go deep. Incomplete pass intended for Steve Smith. It'll be 2nd and 10. Jake Delhomme couldn't have been more emphatic when we were talking with him the other day, and he and Dan Henning are right in tune with each other. He says, Dan Henning says, if you see something you like, we'll try to take a chunk.
Oh, yeah, that's what they are. When you run the football, Greg, your way of getting those scoring plays or getting down the field quick, of course, it's going to be with big passes. They try the defense out 4 or 5 times a game with exactly throws just like that.
Jake Delhomme is just 1 out of 7 throwing the football and has 1 yard. It's 2nd and 10. Davis racked up behind the 35, back to the 34-yard line. Bobby Hamilton and Rodney Harrison combined for the 3-yard loss to make it 3rd and 13.
There's just 11 tough guys on the defense for the New England Patriots. It's hard to single anybody out. Rodney Harrison, he has really turned into a leader. Number 37, the bottom of your screen. Oh, man, he just throws. Ricky Prohl just throws him around, gets in on the tackle. Rodney Harrison, first year, came from the San Diego Chargers, and all the team, especially the defensive players, look up to the way he's played so far this year.
Bruschi back on the field for the Patriots on defense. 3rd and 13. Delhomme running out of time and goes down at the 25. Willie McGinnis registers the 2nd Patriot sack of the night.
Willie McGinnis has had an outstanding year, number 55. He's gotten healthy again. 2 years ago, you thought his career might be over. He got healthy, and he has been really outstanding all year.
Deion Branch stands at his own 30-yard line for the punt from Sauerbrunn, who's getting kind of used to this so far. This is a dandy. Drifting back, fair catch called for and made at the 25-yard line. So Branch makes the fair catch after a 51-yard punt from Todd Sauerbrunn. Steve Smith came that close to getting something started for the Panthers.
Hi, I'm one of the kids who was prosecuted for downloading music free off of the internet. And I'm here to announce in front of everyone we're still going to download music free off of the internet.
I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the law won. I fought the law and the...
And there's not a thing anyone can do about it.
Now's the time to take the Levitra.
On CBS Sports is sponsored by Budweiser. Grab a cold, fresh Budweiser. It's game time. Walt Disney Pictures' Miracle, the greatest sports story of all time, in theaters this Friday. And by Levitra. Stay in the game. Ask your doctor today.
Hey, later today, you can help determine the MVP. Just log on to superbowl.com in the 4th quarter to vote for the Super Bowl MVP, and that's only at superbowl.com. 13:05 to play in the first half. Brady and the Patriots will go to work at their own 25-yard line. Patriots fans getting a little antsy.
No question he's changing the play.
And he's running out of time. Just barely got the snap off in time. The cutback to the 30, maybe the 31-yard line by Antoine Smith out of the University of Houston.
Well, it took a long time for Tom Brady finally to get to tossing the ball to Antoine Smith. And when you do that, I think Carolina was expecting pass. They're looking to get up the field. And when they do that, New England takes it inside. Good block up front, too.
Picked up 6 on the play. It's 2nd and 4. And Antoine Smith again to about the 32, maybe the 33-yard line.
You know, I watched this New England offense. I thought they would probably do more shifting and moving around. Charlie Weiss, the offensive coordinator, they wanted to do that. That was one of their plans, because when you move, the defense usually has to move too. And when they do, you catch them off guard, get them a little bit out of position, and give your guys, your receivers, just a little bit more of a chance of getting open.
Third down conversions have been hard to come by tonight. A jump at the line of scrimmage, penalty marker flies. Brady steps up, pulls it down, throws outside, and it's complete and out of bounds to Troy Brown. The catch is made. Let's check the line of scrimmage. It looked like Chris Jenkins was leaping over all comers.
Either he jumped off sides or he is the fastest man on the football field, or the quickest.
And is grabbing his left hand as he walks toward the sideline.
Offside. Defense number 77. 5-yard penalty results in a first down.
Just offsides, trying to anticipate the count in an obvious passing situation. To be a good pass rusher, you got to take some chances and you got to anticipate.
Don't know where he hurt that left hand, but that's what's being looked at on the sideline, and number 96 Al Wallace has replaced him at right tackle. Carolina at 0 total yards. Brady rolling on first down, and a quick pass outside, complete, and banged out of bounds is Troy Brown.
Good job by the Patriots offense. Greg, when your quarterback is constantly under pressure, which he has been when he drops back, move the pocket around, and when you not only move in the pocket, they move receivers, and that allows Troy Brown to finally get a little space and catch a football before somebody hits him.
You know, Troy is over there saying, you know, I just got this bleeding stopped in my nose. 2nd and 4. Gibbons in motion. The give is to Kevin Falk, and Falk across midfield, dragging tacklers into Carolina territory to the 47-yard line. 9 yards on the play, and it's a first down.
Well, you got Antoine Smith, who's a big running back who likes to go inside, and then Kevin Falk, a little smaller and fast. That time again, they find where Julius Peppers is. They run at him. Mike Minter on the outside, can't stop it. Sorry, it wasn't Julius Peppers, it was Mike Minter. And it allows Kevin Falk to get outside.
So now from the Carolina 47, Brady gives it to Falk again, and Falk to the line of scrimmage and no more.
Hey, man. You know, you look at this offense by the Patriots so many times. We've done games, we talk about all they do. 5 wide receivers, all the shifting, the movement, the screens. And I talked to Mike Turkovac, the defensive coordinator for the Panthers. I said, well, what did you do? Get ready for the game. He goes, well, I sure as a heck didn't go over everything, because if you go over everything, all you will do is confuse your defensive players. So I told him, see what's out there and just react from what we teach you.
Brady throws, and that's complete, and that looks to be enough for a first down to Troy Brown. Well, so far, Tom Brady is yet to complete a pass to a running back or a tight end, and that's very un-Brady-like, because for as long as we've been watching him, he just throws the ball to everyone.
Watch Troy Brown going to rub off the receivers. It's a pick against Terry Cousins. That's why he is open on the outside. That's how you get open. Create a mess, make the defenders chase you through wide receivers and their teammates.
Well, on the far sideline, we are going to get a measurement for the first down. And it is that close. Tight ends and big backs into the lineup on 3rd and very short yardage. Brady has all 7 of his completions to either Troy Brown or Deion Branch.
Well, I think this is a situation here where you don't even fool around. You just pick up the first down and try to continue the rhythm that your offense has finally gotten into. You know, you take away all those short passes, and you and I were talking during the commercial. You take away all those short passes that New England likes to throw, and it kind of hurts the rhythm from which they usually play by.
Brady can sneak for first down. Did he make it? We mentioned before, these Panthers had stopped 13 consecutive 3rd down attempts. And we're going to get another measure.
Well, Tom Brady did sneak it, but he took a few hits on the way. and you go, we don't know what all those distances are, of course, on third down, but when you have a defensive front that's big, fast, and everything you want and strong, well, that covers the running game, and it covers rushing the passer, so that's why they're tough on third downs.
Back it up. Back it up, guys. Back it up. Way back. Back it up. Ben, look out, Ben.
Let's see if Tom Brady got enough for the first down. He did not. That spot is exactly where it was on the sideline on the previous measurement.
All right, we got a big play coming up. No question. New England's going to go for it.
Now, Bill Belichick doesn't shy away from it. In fact, he said the other day, pressure doesn't bother me. I'm not afraid to make decisions. Coach, you got one here.
I tell you what, though, when you watch this New England Patriots team, a lot of people say they've never seen a group get more breaks, but when they get it in these type of situations, they seem to always come through.
Mike Vrabel is into the lineup. Richard Seymour into the lineup. Two defensive players on this fourth down attempt.
The run did not work last time with Richard Seymour in there. You know they have a play-action pass with him in the backfield, too.
Fourier in motion. Antoine Smith has the first down, or does he? He was hit at the line of scrimmage. That hole on the right side closed awfully fast.
It looked like an easy first down, and Will Witherspoon just flew up in there and made the hit and took him down instantly.
Bob Kraft, the owner of the New England Patriots, very interested in the spot of the football.
Well, what do you think there, Eagle Eyes?
Well, I know you're not talking to me.
No. Well, I don't know. I could give a lot of reasons why I could call you that. We won't go into those on the air. Yeah, I could see you.
Line of scrimmage, the 37-yard line.
I think he got it.
Follow me.
He did get it.
Well, we saw how Mike Turgevac thought about it. I've got good enough eyes to read what he thought about the spot. But it looks like there's some movement up front. New England going off tackle. And a very good, there's everybody in there. Princeton Buckner underneath causing trouble. Dan Morgan. I thought he had it easy when I originally saw the play. But when you watch that replay, it doesn't look like he ever got back to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, Will Witherspoon filled that hole in a hurry. .8:52 to play in the first half.
I believe, nobody's told me, I think they're challenging the play.
We'll check this out and come back to Reliance Stadium in just a moment.
This is so romantic.
Well, it's about to get a little bit more romantic. A little candlelight.
Oh.
And a little Bud Light. Do you smell barbecue? Oh!
Fresh, smooth, real Bud Light.
Cool, rocket sled.
It's all here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
1 out of 5 kids try a cigarette before they are 13.
5, 1.
Help make sure your kid's not the one.
4.
Stay tuned for the supercharged AOL Top Speed Halftime Extravaganza.
See you at halftime.
We're back in Houston, and the Carolina Panthers have challenged the spot of the football, and Ed Hockley has just spent the last minute or so under the hood taking a look at replays like this one.
Boy, it's so tough. You're talking about a couple inches. Look where the football is. Get a spot on the field. Antoine Smith has it in his right hand, and it never really gets forward with it. Here's another good shot. But it's so close. How do you see something on that replay where you go, okay, let's scoot it back 3 inches or 4 inches and remeasure the spot?
Reviewing the play, the forward point of the ball at the runner's forward progress mark was the 37-yard line, which is where the ball was spotted. The ruling on the field stands as called. It's a first down, and Carolina is charged with their first timeout.
You know, Phil, you're right. You're talking about just inches, and in a situation where you would have to have irrefutable evidence to overturn the call, I just don't think that's possible.
Yeah, whatever that means. So that's beside the point. But you know what it does too, Greg? It stops the rhythm of the drive by the New England Patriots. So even though they don't get the decision their way, the Carolina Panthers, they have a chance to regroup and rethink what they're trying to do on defense.
So it's a first down for New England at the Carolina 37. Brady to throw. Graham pulls it in inside the 35 to the 34-yard line.
Watching some of the pushing and shoving that's going on the field, but the play action pass is on first down. That's going to give Tom Brady a chance to look down the field and see if somebody can get open before he's worried about getting hit.
Brady's numbers on the night as he looks at a 2nd and 7. And once again, Chris Jenkins comes a knocking at the line of scrimmage.
Defense, unabated path to the quarterback, number 77, 5-yard penalty, still 2nd down.
You know, I'm not going to overstate this, but that's big stuff. It's big stuff, these 5-yard penalties. You just make it so much easier for the offense and the play calls. And in a game that every yard is so vital, you've got to get your emotions under control. Don't try to be a star. Just wait for it to be snapped and then make a play.
Brady continues to bark at the line of scrimmage. Now has Antoine Smith left side, first down yardage and then some to the 20-yard line and a first down. Morgan and Witherspoon with the stop after a 9-yard gain.
Well, so much was talked about before this game started, and I don't think I spent 2 minutes talking about the New England Patriots running game to anybody all week long. It was Carolina's running, New England's tricky pass offense, but so far the best plays they've had have been the power runs off tackle by Antoine Smith.
103 total yards for the New England Patriots to Carolina's 0 in 17 offensive plays. Coming up on 7 minutes to play in the first half. Brady straight drop, throwing, it is incomplete. That pass intended for Deion Branch.
Well, they got him a little off balance, the Carolina defense. They've got some first downs. So finally we see the New England Patriots come with 5 wide receivers. Look at them across the field, and Tom Brady's looking to get somebody up the right sideline. And boy, that is good defensive coverage. If he would have thrown that football right on the money, the defender was right there to make the interception. And I couldn't quite tell, but I think it was Terry Cousins.
2nd and 10. Antoine Smith pulls his way to the 18. And now this will be an interesting conversation that John Fox will have with his team at halftime, because as he told us a few days ago, he believes the essence of the game of football is in the toughness of running the football and stopping the run. And his team has done a pretty good job of rushing the passer. But as you say, where the Patriots have made hay most often in this half is on the ground.
And they have definitely stopped Carolina's running game too.
On 3rd and 8, Falk is in the backfield. Brady fires to the 10, incomplete. David Gibbons, the intended receiver, had it, dropped it.
A lot of work by the Patriots. They go in motion. They do a lot of movement with the wide receivers. And Tom Brady finds the David Gibbons open down the field. And watch 87. He turns his head just before the football hits his stomach. That's why he drops it.
So Vinatieri, who missed a 31-yarder earlier, will try this one from 36 yards out.
46.
Looking for the first points of this game. Out of Walter's hole, the kick is on the way, and it is no. Got blocked at the line of scrimmage. Rolls into the end zone. Special teams playing a part on both sides of the football. Vinatieri's kick is away, and big number 98, Shane Burton, got a hand on it. We're still scoreless.
This March, there's a new team in town.
You coming?
From the director of Old School.
Let me ask you something. Which one do you like? Because we're going to stick to this. Well, I've always had a thing for blondes. Good, because I'll take anything.
Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, and Snoop Dogg.
You know a lot about golf. I know even more about grass.
Starsky and Hutch.
This is what bad men do.
A pony!
Happy birthday, baby. I love you.
This film is not yet rated. Directed by Todd Phillips.
Order up.
What's the matter, baby?
My girlfriend, Aisha, she left me.
Oh, that's skinny.
She took my appetite and my ability to love.
Oh, baby, here. Try your sandwich with a Pepsi.
You got what I need, but you said you just a friend.
So tell me what you think about my Isaac and player.
Oh, baby.
Sandwiches need Pepsi. It's the cola.
Never make me no underdog, and never talk about
on CBS Sports is sponsored by Sierra Mist, one shockingly refreshing lemon lime from the makers of Pepsi, and by Troy. The legend will live May 14th.
On February the 8th, Ty Law, Willie McGinnis, Stephen Davis, and Chris Jenkins joined Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, Steve McNair, and many more in Honolulu for the 2004 Pro Bowl. Check your local listings for more. SuperBowl.com or Super Bowl on AOL. And look at this view of the blocked field goal.
98, Shane Burton inside. The Carolina Panthers, we talked about it. That kick just never gets up high enough. John Fox gets excited, but they believe they are the more powerful team, and you saw it on that field goal block.
A 7-minute, 5-second drive comes up empty, and Stephen Davis is stood up at the 25-yard line by Bobby Hamilton.
Well, I don't want to, rat you out, Greg, but before the game, we were talking about the Patriots defensive front. You go, oh, come on, I haven't said Bobby Hamilton's name in weeks. And I said, but that's what happens when you are a down defensive lineman in a 34 defense. You have to just protect the linebackers who are going to make the tackles. And Carolina going with the hurry-up offense.
Delhomme with time over the middle, wide open at the 35-yard line. It's incomplete. Mangum had it and dropped it.
Well, just like Adam Vinatieri, he lost a little confidence and rhythm when he missed that first field goal. Chris Mangum wide open. You're having no success on offense, so you lose rhythm, Greg. You lose a little confidence. Now you try to be too perfect. It's not natural, and that's why the throw was a little off target by Jake Delhomme.
This is the longest we have ever gone in a Super Bowl scoreless. 3rd and 12 now. Delhomme hit from behind, lost the football. It's on the ground inside the 20-yard line, recovered by the Patriots. Mike Vrabel, who had a sack earlier, comes in from the blind side.
Well, they're trying to go down the field, and Jake Delhomme just takes too long to find the open receiver. You've got to know the pressure is on you, and you got to make that decision quick and get rid of the football. Mike Vrabel, tremendous outside linebacker, and then Richard Seymour, 93, Nice pickup by the big guy inside.
So the break goes to the Patriots at the 20-yard line. They make their own break, and now Brady and company in position.
Receivers are open down the field for Carolina, but they have not been able to deliver the football to him.
Graham in motion. Antoine Smith straight ahead. What a burst inside the 15 to the 13-yard line.
If I was a Carolina defensive lineman, I'd dig in a little more because the run game is where you're getting attacked. I know they came into this game, and we talked about it with them, Greg. All they wanted to do was get to the quarterback. There's the 5th fumble loss in the last 9 games by Jake Delhomme.
Now, Delhomme, plenty of reason to be upset. He had close to a first down out near the middle of the field. Mangum dropped the wide open pass, and now it's 2nd and 3. And Antoine Smith goes nowhere, wrapped up at the 17-yard line.
You know, it's a little late now, but we heard it many times from Patriot players and coaches. The one consistent thing, or one that they have seen from Carolina's offense is what, Greg? They put the football on the ground. And they were relying on that. And they finally got the offense in enough pressure where they made the mistake.
Kevin Falk into the lineup. 3rd and 6. New England still shooting blanks in the red zone. Brady with good protection. They're going to run it right up the middle to the 10, to the 5-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal.
This run by Tom Brady, it's just about being relaxed and playing the game the way you usually do. Don't force the pass. Nobody's open. They forget. They weren't even worried about Tom Brady running the football, and the space was so big, he saw it and took advantage of it.
Tom Brady waits until Super Bowl 38 to come up with his longest run of the season. Good for 12 yards, 1st down. Brady has it, throwing, touchdown.
That is reason to celebrate this game because a touchdown is huge. Tom Brady, terrific play-action fake. It fools the defense. Deion Branch wide open.
Branch's first postseason touchdown. Vinatieri has not been fortunate in the kicking game today, but gets the extra point through. 3:05 to play in the first half. The Patriots dent the scoreboard. Brady to Deion Branch. And the Pats are on top by a score of 7-0. And Tom Brady, return trip to the Super Bowl. Happy times in New England. For the moment, anyway. We're back to Reliance Stadium after this.
Can't wait for this summer's Olympic Games.
Evens, odds.
Neither can we. Visa, the only card accepted at the Olympic Games.
3 minutes, 5 seconds to play in the first half here at Super Bowl 38. And take a look at Tom Brady's play action.
Watch the linebackers get up near the line of scrimmage. It fools everybody. New England's been running the football. So you're down inside. It looks like you're going to score. You're going to do it with the run. Getting touchdowns in the red zone is about deception, and it's about calling the plays at the proper time. Excellent call by Charlie Weiss that time.
Tremendous opportunity as a result of the fumble recovery, but we have not seen what we would consider to be a typical New England Patriots team in this game. All of the things we're used to seeing during the regular season, the screen passes, the passes to everybody else on the field, you know, they haven't happened.
Well, they haven't, Greg, because the Carolina Panthers are taking it away from them so far today. But, Greg, it's an ugly football game. And you got to know that after the first couple of series. So you just deal with the situation, what it is. And so far, New England's done a good job with that.
Now, the interesting thing will be Jake Delhomme. One of the things John Fox likes about his young quarterback is he says he doesn't go into the tank when he does poorly out on the field. Not that he has been performing poorly. He's been under a lot of pressure, but he hasn't been getting the results he wants.
Well, that's right. That's always a good sign for a quarterback. When you make a mistake, you can't let it bother you too much, because you got to shake it off and come back out and get going again. Because, Greg, you talk about situations like that. If you're an NFL quarterback, you're going to make some mistakes.
Rod Smart is deep. Vinatieri's kick. Couple of steps inside the end zone, and here comes Smart. Can't escape the pursuit. Penalty markers fly as he's dragged down at the 10-yard line by Chris Akins. And now another flag and another flag. It's raining yellow.
Well, I had one coach tell me after they had played the New England Patriots, he said, you know what impresses me? They never talk on the field. They just play. They don't get involved in all these altercations. But Ed Hockley, again, we talked to him, Greg, and they were concerned about it. When you got a defensive game going on, it starts to get emotional because every play is so important. So the players start getting a little more revved up, and you got to be there to break it up when it starts.
When you got a defensive game going, you got some serious hitting going on the field. Conversation after conversation, and now Ed Hockley appears ready to deliver the verdict. Here we go.
There were 2 fouls by Carolina during the return. Holding, number 57, that penalty is declined. There was also a personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 52. That penalty is enforced half the distance to the goal line. Carolina keeps the ball, first down.
So the foul call on Lester Towns is declined. The one against Brian Allen, number 52, is accepted. And not an unfamiliar situation for the Carolina offense. They find themselves deep in their own territory. Delhomme going to throw it. Far sideline. It is batted down, incomplete. Tyrone Poole, stride for stride with the intended receiver. It'll be 2nd and 10. Steve Smith was the man the pass was intended for.
Well, Steve Smith is the home run hitter for this Carolina offense. He's explosive, he is fast, and they want to pick on Tyrone Poole, but that is not good. That is excellent coverage. Greg, your pet peeve, Tyrone Poole did it. He turned and looked for the football and made the play.
Delhomme just 1 out of 9 for a yard. Chris Mangum has moved into the backfield. Here's Davis. And Davis bulls his way out to about the 10-yard line. And again, a little more pushing and shoving after the whistle.
Yeah, there was a little extra business going on down there, and I just heard Ed Hockley say, I'm going to stop it.
It'll be 3rd and 5.
Let's watch this after the play. Now, there was a lot of movement, really nothing bad. Teddy Bridgesky getting a little extra push as he gets up. Hey, it's a rough and tough game. You're allowed to push him around every once in a while. That's what I do up here in the booth.
Carolina's longest play of the day is a 5-yard gain. Delhomme with time over the middle. Juggled and caught close to the 25-yard line by Ricky Prohl, the veteran. His 14th season out of Wake Forest, and that'll be a first down.
How tough of a catch was that for Ricky Proehl? That took points off the board for the New England Patriots, his first down.
At 1:54 to play, our 2-minute warning.
Do you remember my story, Secret Window?
Mort Rainey was a master storyteller.
What's wrong?
But one story is coming back to haunt him.
Hello?
From the writer of Panic Room, Johnny Depp.
I'd like to know what I'm dealing with here. You don't want to know.
Secret Window, in theaters March 12th.
The new Chevrolets, an American Revolution.
Lay's potato chips are now even crispier, so they're more irresistible than ever.
You ever been to French Lick, Indiana? Come on, don't play me. Nobody's been to French Lick. But if you ever find yourself there, you might hear some trash talk from one tough player. Because even in French Lick, the rule's the same. Winners play on.
Coming up, the Monster Super Bowl Today halftime report. Jim, Dan, Dion, Boomer have first half analysis. It's coming up on the Monster Super Bowl Today halftime report.
Well, watching this game, Boomer's probably sitting there going, well, heck, I could have played, done this. No, he couldn't. It's rough out there, as they would say. But Jake Delhomme, that was a huge completion by him. He needs it. He needs confidence. He's got to give confidence to his teammates and to the coaches, and especially to Dan Henning, who's calling the plays for him.
Delhomme has 2 completions today. He's been sacked 3 times. Stepping up, looking, throwing. It is caught. Penalty marker flies back upfield. The reception is made by Muhsin Muhammad, who turned this way and that before pulling it in. And now let's check the flag.
Well, it looks like it's going to be against New England, of course.
Illegal contact by the defense. That penalty is declined. The play results in a first down.
What did Ed Hockley say to us? If I go to the receiver, it looks like it's on the defense. If he comes to me,
it's on the offense. That's right.
Before the last 2 plays by Carolina, they have -2 yards. And they're piling them up now. On first down, Delhomme. Throwing. Got his man inside the 40-yard line. Ricky Proehl. Second big catch by Proehl. And they move inside the 40 to the 39 of New England. Clock continues to move, coming up on 1.5 to play.
Those last completions got the confidence and settled down Jake Delhomme. A blitz. He just stood in there, relaxed, and made a nice throw.
Delhomme over the middle and a little bit too high. Intended for Muhsin Muhammad.
Nice movement in the pocket by Jake Delhomme. Oh, Ricky Proehl coming across the middle. Nothing illegal. Rodney Harrison. It's close. Oh, it's not even close. Hits him right on the shoulder pads and takes him down. And look, when you play the Patriots, you got to know. Number 37's back there. You catch it over the middle. Take the big hit. Big deal. Get up. Catch another one.
Carolina visits New England territory for the first time tonight. Delhomme, good protection, throwing. into the 20-yard line, and a fine catch by Muhammad, and it's incomplete. Couldn't hold on to it. Muhammad appeared to lose his footing just a bit.
Well, the football is thrown behind him, and now I'm starting to understand what the New England Patriots were talking about. You cover him down the field, and Jake Delhomme just throws it. His receivers find the football fast, and then they come back and make catches. Greg, case in point, the championship game against the Philadelphia Eagles. Muhammad in the end zone, double covered, comes back before the defenders can make a move and gets the touchdown catch. 56 total yards for the Panthers on this drive. 3rd and 10, and we get a timeout call. Timeout is called by New England. 1:14 to play in the first half. Patriots by 7. Panthers playing catch-up.
All my brother Paulie knew about the AOL top speed technology was that it made things go fast.
Do you know how that thing works? Do you? You know what? I don't have to know how it works.
So I guess the plan was to try it on something really slow.
All right, Mikey, I'm going to fire it up, buddy.
I actually knew that the top speed technology was for the internet, but I didn't want to say anything. Now I kind of wish I had.
Supercharge your internet. Get AOL 9.0 with top speed technology. Go to AOL.com.
Hey, we remind you, stay tuned for the AOL Top Speed Halftime Show starring Janet Jackson. And visit AOL to view all the commercials and vote for your favorite. Access SuperBowl.com for post-game coverage.
Well, the pregame ceremonies were terrific. And I'm sure the halftime will be too. Romeo Crennel, I think the decision you make here, or you're trying to make, if you're New England, do we come after the quarterback, don't let them get a pass or get in field goal range with a completion, or do we play it safe and at worst give them a long field goal attempt?
This is a drive that began on the Carolina 5-yard line. Delhomme needs the 29 for a first down. Gonna go deep down the far sideline. It is caught. Touchdown, Steve Smith.
Greg, you said something. What did Dan Henning, what's he tell Jake Delhomme? Don't be afraid to take a chance. So New England does blitz. It leaves single coverage, and what an unbelievable release by Steve Smith. Tyrone Poole does not even touch him because he's so quick and elusive. He gets around him before he can hit him. He's open for the touchdown pass. Pretty good dance, too.
John Casey will look to tie the game. Extra point is good.
Well, the Patriots want to keep them out of field goal range. They take a chance, and Jake Delhomme makes them pay for it.
It's all here on CBS. The most watched new drama. The most watched new show.
Jake Delhomme accepting congratulations on the sideline for that touchdown pass of 39 yards to Steve Smith. And the way he got by Tyrone Poole was a thing of beauty.
Well, that's what it's about. The release for a wide receiver. If you don't get a good release, it throws the timing off for the quarterback, the offensive line, everybody. But Steve Smith, we've talked about it, Greg. They worried about him, and he won the one-on-one battle that time.
This is Bethel Johnson, speedster extraordinaire from the 6-yard line. Breaks through at the 20 and then is wrapped up. Number 28, Colin Branch, the rookie out of Stanford. And let's go back to the play.
Watch it. Tyrone Poole blitz. You got him man-to-man. Really good fake inside. Then he goes outside. Now you're just playing catch-up. The ball is thrown high outside. It's perfect. That is a perfect throw. When a quarterback throws it perfect, it's hard to stop. And Jake Delhomme, yeah, baby.
That 95-yard drive by Carolina, the second longest in Super Bowl history, by 1 yard to the 96-yard drive the Bears put together against the New England Patriots.
Out of nowhere, it comes. Big throws by Jake Delhomme get it done.
Brady from the shotgun. Just under a minute to play in the first half. Has time, throws far side. Gibbons complete and out of bounds for a first down. David Gibbons, who hails from the city of Houston, spoke at the elementary school earlier this week at which his younger brother still goes. Said he thought he was just going to speak to about 15 or 20 kids. He spoke to the whole school.
The whole school. You know, pretty exciting for a guy to come home, play in his hometown. All the kids had his jerseys on, and so pretty uplifting moment for David Gibbons.
Gibbons' 12-yard catch, his first catch of the night. 54 seconds to play. Brady just got rid of it. It is incomplete. And Brady pulls himself off the turf. Pass intended for Gibbons.
Well, you know what? Tom Brady, he knows he's got a good feel. He's got a good time clock in his head. And he knows when trouble's about ready to get there. He excels at it.
Let me guess, the quarterbacks who don't have that good clock don't last very long.
Yeah, that's right. They're either hurt or on the bench for a lot of bad or for a lot of fumbles.
2nd and 10. Brady, time, deep, has his man, caught. Deion Branch inside the 15-yard line, first down, and the Patriots are back in business. 52 yards. 35 seconds to play in the first half. We'll be back.
You inspire us. You inspire us. You inspire.
Let's look how Deion Branch gets wide open up the top, goes across the middle. Watch the deep safety. I think it's Mike Minter who's supposed to stay back. He's reading Tom Brady's eyes. Tom Brady looks left, then comes back to the middle of the field, and that's why Deion Branch is wide open. Ricky Manning Jr. expecting help in the middle of the field. It's not there. What a good job by Manning chasing the receiver and making a tackle to save the touchdown. And what a good job by Tom Brady. That's making a defense move by looking one way, influencing the defense. They move and you throw it where they're not.
What an immediate turnaround in field position to the 14-yard line. Carolina now with as many total yards as Deion Branch claims. 1st and 10 from the 14. Brady steps up, corner of the end zone, and overthrew his man Gibbons.
Wow, wide open. Everybody was wide open that time for the New England Patriots. Tom Brady just plays it safe, and I think he gets a little anxious. That's why it goes so high.
Ricky Manning having a conversation with a teammate back there.
David Gibbons in the back of the end zone. He's going to go up the field. Manning lets him go. He thinks the safety's going to pick him up, and nobody did. And Tom Brady knows a touchdown was missed.
That's the conversation that Manning was having with Deion Grant. 2nd and 10. Brady throwing to the 5-yard line, and that's complete. That will be just short of a first down. And once again, David Gibbons on the receiving end. And timeout is called to stop the clock with 23 seconds to play. Jerry Richardson, the owner of the Carolina Panthers. You know, we talked about that horrible season that the Panthers endured 2 years ago. Won their first game of the year and then lost the next 15. And players told us it's easy to get down on yourself and to doubt yourself. You think you're going to win and then you don't. And we said, well, where does that reassurance come? And Mike Minter says it all started with Jerry Richardson.
Yeah, he walked around and told all of his players, the ones that he knew that were going to be back the following year after a 1-15 season, don't worry, we're going to do whatever it takes to turn this around. And they did. The biggest step of all that we're finding out is the most important step in the NFL is hiring the right coach, and that was John Fox.
Jerry Richardson talked to his team this week about his own experiences as an NFL player. He played 2 seasons for the Baltimore Colts back in '59 and '60 and caught a touchdown pass in the '59 championship game against the New York Giants. 3rd and 1. Brady, play fake, throw, touchdown. Welcome home to Houston, David Givens.
That was some drive by this New England offense. It was some drive by Tom Brady. They got the drive going, and then they moved the pocket, the big pass down the field, and the timely play calling. 3rd and 1. Carolina reacted to the run again. Givens wide open for the touchdown. Almost the same play as before, but to the other side.
Vinatieri for the point, gets it through. Just as this game was getting into the habit of being scoreless, we've had a virtual explosion. For the 2nd time today, Brady throws a 5-yard touchdown pass.
Look at the defenders. Everybody near the line of scrimmage. Ricky Manning Jr. goes, where are the defenders in the middle of the field to help me out? Again, good fake by Tom Brady. But the most important thing about plays being successful is when you call them. So the play caller is so important to know when to call that play to deceive the defense. Wow, nice look at how the Carolina defense overplays again, and they get beat. You know, Greg, you get in a big game, and we hear this so many times from coaches. Just do your job. Don't try to do anything more. When you go outside your job, it always backfires. So don't be too aggressive. Don't run out of where you're supposed to be on the field. When you do, well, we have seen a couple plays where that happened.
Boy, how about David Givens, who told us the other night, yeah, I had a mentally tough, rocky road in college at Notre Dame when he played the game there.
Yeah, he went to Notre Dame as just an athlete, didn't even know what position he was going to play.
Along the ground, picked off at the 35-yard line by Chris Mangum, and Mangum up to about the 47-yard line. So there will be some decent field position as some pushing and shoving continues along the far sideline.
Well, you know, can I just say one more time how much I hate the squib kick? If I said that much? I say a lot of things. I know it's hard for you to keep count of them, but the squib kick, look what it does. They pick it up. Good job by Carolina. Recognize it, pick it up. Tremendous field position. Now you're looking at getting a chance for 2 plays to kick a field goal.
With a rejuvenated and newly confident quarterback in Jake Delhomme.
Absolutely. And 2 timeouts. So you can throw it anywhere on the field.
Davis and Hoover in the backfield. And straight ahead is Stephen Davis. Davis 40 inside the 35-yard line. And a timeout with 5 seconds on the clock.
What a call. If it didn't work, all of us would be going, what a stupid call. What are they doing? New England playing pass 100%. Good blocking up front, and Stephen Davis finally sees some open space to run the football in.
Rips off a 21-yard pickup all the way to the New England 32.
Can I tell you how much I hate the squib kick? Oh, I said that, didn't I? But Dan Henning, we just talked about play calling. It's all about the timing. Everybody runs the same plays in the National Football League. What makes the difference, of course, is skill and when you call them.
And John Casey will now try this one from 50 yards out. His long, this season, he hit 53 twice. He has a 52-yarder in the postseason. Casey on the way. And it's good. The Carolina Panthers close out the first half We had no points in the first almost 27 minutes of this game, and then 24 points onto the board in the last 3 minutes and 5 seconds of the first half. Casey, deadly from 50 yards out. On the sideline, John Fox probably saying, thank you for the squib kick. It backfired on the Patriots, and DeLone finishes the first half on a positive note. We have come to the end of the first half of Super Bowl 38. There's our score, 14-10 Patriots. Back with the Monsters Super Bowl today. Halftime report after this message and a word from your local station. This is the Super Bowl on CBS.